Good morning, Sue. So nice to have you. I hope you're doing well out there in the Northwest. Good morning, Joyce. Hello, Mary Ellen. Hi, Lori. Some of you out in the Plain States and the Western States are up quite early. So I'm happy you could catch me this morning. That's sort of a benefit for me to do Facebook Lives at different times because I can a lot of times meet new people and greet new people that I don't often see maybe on a Wednesday evening or something like that. Hi, Carol. Okay, before we get started, I'm just going to do a quick review and show what we made in last night's Facebook Live. Yesterday's Facebook Live, that would have been January 4th, was a technique class, and I featured the blender pens. You get a pack of 3 for $12, the blender pens in the annual catalog, and we first used them with the watercolor pencils to make these 2 cards, and the stamp set I used is called In the Country. It is one of the Sale-A-Bration exclusive products that you can get free with a $50 order. And then we use the same stamp set, also the blender pens, but we combine those blender pens with our soft pastels and came up with a slightly different version. And in addition to that, I also showed some samples of black and white cards and ones with simple stamping using the gray granite. Here's a look at the soft pastels. We are limited to the 8 colors that we have in that set. However, based on your touch, do you apply them softly or do you color more heavily? Do you blend them with your finger or a sponge dauber or the Stampin' Blends like we used last night? There's lots of different options and lots of different shades of those colors that come out. So lots of fun. Check out yesterday's technique class here on Stampin' Piece with Mary Knabe. Go to media and then click videos, and it should be the last one before this one that comes up, or the most recent one, I should say. Okay, flip your, you don't need to flip. I'm going to flip my camera around to my workspace so that we can do our mini catalog walkthrough, and I'll also go through the Sale-A-Bration brochure and talk about the joining offers, because there's something really unique with this joining promotion that I want to be sure you all know. And you can ask me any questions about joining Stampin' Up, whether it be as a business builder or like most demonstrators, hobby stampers. While I flip my camera around, I ask that you share this live video, inviting others to join us this morning. And if you want to grab your mini catalog and Sale-A-Bration brochure and a pen, please do that. You might want to jot down a note or star something, and then we'll get started right away. Okay, we're going to start with the mini catalog. Got a few notes here that I want to keep track of as well. And you'll see I have lots of Post-it notes throughout my mini catalog just to help me remember everything I want to say. So don't let that distract you. Just know those are notes for me. Okay, first of all, pretty cover, right? Looks very spring-like with the purples. Table of contents, we have 8 product suites, and you'll see those as we go through the catalog. There are pages for the bundles and then catalog at a glance. You can glance at all of the stamp sets at once. Host and join offers, but please note the icons, and there's a couple other icons in the catalog that aren't noted here that I'll point out. The clock, quick and easy projects. This little mini, this shows dies. If all the dies in a set can work in the mini catalog, they put that little mini. And then the most important one, in fact, I hope you'll star this, is the CP. And you will see these together with 5 different stamp sets. And this is the first time I've seen this. There are 5 stamp sets in this catalog that Stampin' Up! Is offering in both the cling red rubber stamps and the clear photopolymer stamps. So that's what the C and P are for. The cling stamps, those are the red rubber, and photopolymer, the ones that you can see through. All right, make a difference. Making a difference with our craft and our creativity is part of Stampin' Up's Statement of the Heart. I do hope you will read this, and always remember that when you make a card and send a card, you are making a difference in somebody else's life. You are making a difference in making this world a better place. So I hope you'll take the time to read all this. Kits. We have basically two kits collection. Our one is the Paper Pumpkin monthly subscription kits, and the other is our online kits program. Okay, online kits collection. You will not see these in any of our catalogs, and they come out randomly. The stock of these is always changing. They're adding new ones. But you'll just go to my website, maryknabe.stampinup. Oops, where is it? Here it is, maryknabe.stampinup.net, and click on Kits at the top. And then you can either choose Paper Pumpkin and get information about that, or you can choose Kits Collection. I do want to point out, if you are somebody that has never tried Paper Pumpkin, this is an excellent time to do that. If you already enjoy Paper Pumpkin, it's an excellent time to purchase a prepaid subscription. The reason being, it's cheaper to buy a prepaid prescription. So per month, it's a better price, but also from now, January 5th on through February 28th, you can get Sale-A-Bration rewards. Even if you buy just the 3-month prepaid subscription, you're going to be able to choose one free Sale-A-Bration product. So I'm somebody that does get the Paper Pumpkin kit, and I buy prepaid subscriptions during Sale-A-Bration. So I'm going to get the best possible price by purchasing a 12-month subscription, which is pricey to pay it all at once. But in the long run, I am saving because I'm getting a better monthly price, but I'm also going to get my choice of several Sale-A-Bration products when I do that. Okay, my favorite suite is the Country Floral Lane suite. I've already used this suite. You can look on my blog or at past videos right here on Stampin' Piece with Mary Knabe. It's my favorite for so many reasons. The number one reason, does anybody know? If you know how I love Stampin' Up! DSP, you'll guess this. It has 2 DSPs. Ah, that makes my heart beat. I love DSPs. So when I saw that I could buy a suite that has 2 DSPs, I was all in. Not to mention, it's just a great bundle with the stamp set and coordinating punch. You can use the punch for hearts. You can make flowers from these. You can even put 4 of these heart shapes together and make a 4-leaf clover or 3. to do a clover in greens, that sort of thing. I love the ribbon combo. I love the ribbon combo. Of course, our real red is always just perfect, but, and you've seen me use this already too. I love this ribbon. It looks kind of crumb cake, but with kind of a gold sheen to it, and then it has stitching on each side. And it's really easy to work with. It's not too thick. I really, really like it. I've got to point out the sequins here. Sequins are typically not my favorite embellishment, and it might sound strange to some of you, but I don't like the holes in sequins. I do not like holes in sequins. It's just my thing. If I see a hole, I think it means it should be sewed onto something. That's just me. Many people, it doesn't bother them. But this set of pastel sequins, not only does it have the adhesive on the back, but there's no holes in the sequins. I love it, love it, love it. Here's a closer look at the Country Bouquet bundle. I've got a class that I will release on Sunday using this. Recently, you saw me use the Love for You bundle. I created a template because it can be a little overwhelming with all these dies. Lots of word dies in here, and I wanted to give you an easy way to see how to use them, to layer them, etc. I will highly suggest when you're using the the dies with the very thin script, you can see right here, very skinny, put your cardstock on an adhesive sheet first and then die cut them. It'll make your life so much easier adhering those words with that real fine font. I also want to point out here, notice they cut out this word or these words in that mossy meadow color with the very narrow script. And here they're using the negative space. I love that. All right, too cute. Share a milkshake. So fun for Valentine's Day, but I also started thinking, you know, like the teenagers will ask each other to prom and things like that. I thought, what a fun thing to use for that. And then with my family, I plan on using this to make shamrock shakes. That is one of our favorite memories with our girls when they were little. Peter was doing his residency and fellowship. We really, every penny counted in our life. We really did not have extra money. But I would go to the grocery store, buy the cheapest vanilla ice cream I could. I always had milk with little children. And I had some green food coloring. And I would make shamrock shakes for them at home and around St. Patrick's Day. And to this day, they love it. Now, since then, we add mint and flavor it up a little bit. But I thought, how fun would that be to just send them a card and even maybe enclose a McDonald's gift card in there and say, treat yourself to a shamrock shake. But they always try to come home sometime in that month and we do shamrock shakes. I said I wanted to point out other icons in here. You'll see this icon that looks like a thumbtack. And basically that is telling you there's some kind of tip to use with a product or a stamping tip, something like that. So in this case, they're suggesting you use the sponge daubers with the embossed die cut to give more dimension to the little ice cream cone. And you can see a better picture of that here, how they just sponged on a little bit of color. I'm going to point out these opaque gems because they're a little bit hidden here, and I don't want you to miss these. These are fabulous. 4 colors, 3 sizes. There's a whole lot in here, 240 of them for $8. So they go a long, long way. And definitely fun colors that you'll use not just during Valentine's Day celebrations, but throughout the year. Okay, my second favorite suite is the Fancy Flora, mainly because, well, for many reasons. It was hard to pick between Country Floral Lane and Fancy Flora. The first thing that got me is the DSP. And I absolutely have to show you this. Many times Stampin' Up has artists that work for them regularly and help with the design of DSP and other products. And oftentimes they will actually be painting, whether it be acrylics or watercolors, pastels, whatever. They will create artwork, and then Stampin' Up takes pictures of their artwork and uses that to produce the DSP. But I just wanted to show you this because these are just really very cool. Look at that one. Ooh. Neat colors. This reminds me of lily pads. So super fun, very artistic. It actually looks like it's done on canvas. It looks like canvas. It has a very realistic look of texture, even though it's flat. So that's very cool. That always intrigues me. I would love to go to Stampin' Up and see their artists working from the moment of an idea all the way through to the end product. I think that would be really cool. We also have the shimmer paper. It truly is a shimmer, completely flat. There's no heavy glittery texture to it. It's not going to flake off. It's stunning. Just a really soft shimmer in 3 great colors. And then this is one of those mega suites, I like to say. Okay, great ribbon embellishments. I love it. But a mega suite, in my definition, is a suite that has 2 bundles. So you've got the two-tone Flora. Two-tone obviously suggests you're going to do 2-step stamping, right? I do want to point out this die in that set. I'm showing you here because it's just a little bit bigger, and you can see it on the sample page. This is so great for creating backgrounds, as on this card, or you can cut away parts of it to use on a card, or you can die cut this and then use it as a stencil with your blending brushes and ink. Okay, so there's a lot of variety that can happen right here with this die. The second bundle in there is one of my favorites. I love good sentiments. I love that Stampin' Up! Provides us with sentiments, maybe said in a different way than the most typical. Like this, nothing fancy, just love. In other words, I'm sending you this card because I love you and I'm thinking of you. Look at this one to go with thank you. May the good you do come back to you. Love it. Here's to beautiful beginnings and happily ever afters. My first thought is wedding. Second thought was new babies. But think about it. This could be a new job. This could be a new home. It could be a promotion. All kinds of things. And of course, I love this one for sending belated birthday cards. I love that. I didn't forget your birthday. I'm just stretching out the celebration. Okay, here's a fun one that I did decide to get just because I think it, I don't know, it does draw up memories for me, running around the backyard, catching lightning bugs. We didn't have a lantern. We actually had, when we were real little, had mayonnaise jars. Can you believe it? And my dad would poke holes in the metal lid, but we would run around with our own mayonnaise jar and capture our lightning bugs. I also love that they have these little stamping dots, I'll say, to signify light in the lantern, but also light behind those little fireflies, lightning bugs. What do you call them? We always call them lightning bugs. Another great stamp set, welcoming spring. And okay, Fragrant Flowers Bundle. This is one I've already shown with some samples, I believe last week, because it has that wonderful Sale-A-Bration designer series paper that it coordinates with. Love it. At first I thought, oh, it's just, another flower. It's a nice set, but didn't wow me. But when I saw that we had a coordinating DSP in the Sale-A-Bration brochure, I knew I needed it. Okay, here is a fabulous suite that I think many people are going to love. I think it's going to be very, very popular. And I do want to point out, as I'm saying things I anticipate will be very popular, a lot of times things do run out. It's just a fact of life in this business. And sometimes there are shipping issues as well. I hope that's not the case, but we never know. This catalog only runs 4 months, January to April. Our last few minis ran 6 months. So people felt that, they had lots of time to do some purchasing. Don't forget, that has changed. This mini is only good for 4 months. All right? January to April, 4 months. Now I will show you this DSP. It's just hard to see. There's no good way to show the DSP without taking up a whole page for every DSP. But there is, what do I want to call it here? Like a pearlized foil look on some of these, as well as some gold metallic foil. But I think it's worth showing, just so you get a better look. And many of these prints you can use for other things, not just with the By the Bay collection. Alrighty. And I will say that my favorite embellishment comes from this suite. I think because they're just so different than anything we've had. These are called flat adhesive-backed pearls, and they really are flat. I don't have my sample here that I was working on yesterday, but you can see here how thin they are. Basically, they're no thicker than a dimensional, and they are flat. They aren't rounded on the top. They're flat across. And 2 different sizes. You get a whole lot of them with that pearlized look. And I use them to make on samples I made for an upcoming class with the Ginkgo branch stamp set or bundle, and you'll see that coming up. So no, they don't, they look like the little pearls and the oysters and shells and whatever, but use them on anything you want. They're beautiful. Okay, on this page, we have a background stamp, very detailed. You can see it used a couple of different ways, but I want to point out here, there's another tip. Use the piercing. You can use the piercing end of your take your pick to pierce some holes. I don't know if you're seeing this. Pierce some holes in the design before you add that to your card front. Okay? So something I haven't thought of in a very long time. Okay, Nested Friends. What can I say about that one? Welcome spring. It just shouts spring. Queen Bee is one of our stamp sets that was designed with the help of or the inspiration of one of our $1 million sales achievers, Laura Milligan, super nice woman. A Silly Goose. Couple more background stamps. okay? There's a tip here about the size of those background stamps, if you want to know that for the sake of stamping directly on, what do I want to say? Directly on a card front. It will, because our A2 card fronts are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So you can use one of these to stamp an entire card front, okay? Lori, what types of items are made at Stampin' Up? We make our own ink. We don't make the plastic parts like the plastic stamp case or the plastic on the markers, but we do our own inks. We cut our own papers, a lot of the color things. It just depends. Many of the things with metal, dies, punches do come from overseas. The rest is pretty much from within the US, okay? And of course, we make all our own stamps. That's always been, we've always been a stamp company first, and we do make all of our own stamp sets. And we do the designing, I should say, of the things like Memories and More cards, DSP, etc. Okay, Regency Park. I've already used this several times. I love it. It's a great suite. I do think it's going to be real popular. The 6x6 DSP is bright, it's fun, it's cheerful. Floral, but also has some geometric things on the back. Like here I have a couple laying out right here. So here's one, and that's the back side of it. And then I've got this out here, the flower on one side, but these stripes on the back. Great for, I don't know, beachy, sea, nautical, masculine. So definitely always consider the back sides too when you're looking at the DSP. The ribbon is fabulous. It feels like it looks very much like denim, but it feels very thin. There's some textured shimmer paper. 2 bundles, another mega suite because we have the 2 bundles, the Petal Park bundle. And I have used this for some Facebook Live, so you can go back here on Stampin' Piece with Mary Knabe and take a look at those videos. I would say this is my favorite bundle. And usually when I say favorite bundle, I try to pick something other than flowers, but I love the flowers, but I love that it's not bam, lots of big flowers. You can use the flowers as accents to all the sentiments. And I love being able to mix and match the sentiments. And this is a perfect set for doing that. Okay, on the farm. This is something that's kind of nostalgic for me. My mom grew up on a working dairy farm in Ottawa, Ohio, a little town between Bowling Green and Lima. And things are popping up on my screen here, which is distracting. But just fun. It's kind of whimsical, but realistic looking at the same time. You can see great samples. I thought just die cutting the different shapes of the animals could be really fun to make a matching game for a little one, or perhaps a card for a baby shower, something like that. But it also has a coordinating DSP in the Sale-A-Bration catalog. Whoops, let me go the other way. Pull it out more here. So the animals, pretty plaid. Trees, cows, flowers, kind of the hillside or the fields, barn red, just pretty texture on that. So bright and colorful, but you can, again, you can see on the back side, I should pull this one out so you can see the whole thing. Okay, that would be great for a scrapbook page. And we got some vegetables and some stripes. So lots of fun with that one. Around the Bend bundle. It's been a little while, I think, since we've had any dies with that curve to it, and those are always fun to work with. Marigold Moments. If you like flowers, you can see throughout every catalog they throw in several different types of flowers, and this year we've got some marigolds going. Covered in Sunshines, just some, what do I want to say? Uplifting sentiments, which are always nice. Note there is a tip right here, so be sure and check that out. Way to Grow. I love this because it's got a plant theme, but it really talks about growing through different periods of your life, growing in friendship, that sort of thing. So you can do lots of mixing and matching, lots of customizing with all the different colors. Here's something that's fun, conversation bubbles. And what I want to point out is when you look at this, look at the areas that are kind of in this vanilla or cream color. That is the area that the dies cut. So for some, you're cutting out just a frame. Others, you're cutting out whole shapes, okay? And you can see examples of that here. I love the way they used the dies, multiple dies, to make a background on this sample. And of course, you don't have to stick to the sentiments right here. Many of our other sentiments would work with the conversation bubble dies. More gnomes. Some of you are just crazy over gnomes. So now we had gnomes, holiday gnomes in the last catalog. Now we've got some friendly gnomes for spring. Please note, while that other gnome set has retired, the dies from it have not. So, and you will not see the gnome dies in a catalog currently, but you still can buy them. They are online. The item number and the price is given right there. And that's what this little shopping cart with the heart means. Those are returning favorites or carrying over favorites. So you won't see it in this catalog, but we can still purchase them and you can see them online. Another little tip right up here. Okay, Lucky Clover bundle. I love this. First of all, it's been, I don't know how long since we've had any kind of Happy St. Patrick's Day stamp. So I love it for that reason. But I also love it that it's just about sending other people good luck. Luck and love is just, you know, a good friend is like a four-leaf clover. I love that. Great punch. I've got a class designed with this bundle that will be coming up in the next few weeks. Note here is one of those icons, the clock icon, that shows this is a quick and easy card. All right, quick and easy. Looks like Blushing Bride, a little bit of the Gingham DSP, punching, stamping once, punching twice, a little ribbon in the background. Quick and easy project. All right, the Delicate Desert collection. If you're somebody who enjoys the Southwest area, you're probably going to like this a whole lot. The one thing I really want to point out here, first of all, this ribbon is very, it's velvety. It's thick. You're probably not going to tie a bow and put it on a card. It's too thick for that, but it is one that you could lay across a card and use it that way as an embellishment. But you can also use it to tie a bow on a gift or a gift bag, something like that. The metallics in this specialty paper are really pretty and obviously coordinate with the DSP. What I do want to point out here, which I really love, and you can see some samples of it here, but these two dies, you can use these separately and they create these backgrounds, or layers for your cards, or you can insert the small one, die cut the first one, the big one, and then die cut it again by inserting this in the middle, and then you get this frame to use. So I like the versatility of that. Here you can see an example of them using that large one as a background, and then the smaller one as another piece of the card. But then you can layer, you can cut the large and layer the small on top of your cardstock or DSP to cut a frame out. I love that. Great sentiment stamp set for mixing and matching, kind and sincere. If you are somebody who likes animal prints, you will love this DSP. There's lots of metallics in there. Anybody with ballerinas, I know Sharon Holt on my team had a granddaughter. I'm assuming her granddaughter still is into dance. I know she's getting a little bit older, so I don't know if she went on to college yet or what, but big into dance, wonderful ballerina in Cincinnati. So you might consider this, or if you've had dancers in your family, maybe you want to use that on scrapbook pages. And don't you love this? At first I was thinking, oh, the legs, you know, with the toe shoes, but look at this lovely card they made with it. Isn't that awesome? Now this is very much an overlooked product because you really can't see what it is. So I want to show you that. And where did it go? Okay, I thought I had it pulled out. Okay, I'm gonna have to look for that. I was using it yesterday, and I wonder if I must have filed it wrong because it's not where it's supposed to be. Oh, here we go, here we go. So you get 6 sheets in here. And there's 4 different prints of the vellum. There's this diagonal stripe. There's this leafy print. Very pretty. And then we also have a polka dot. A tiny polka dot. So those are, and you're gonna get 6 12 by 12 sheets, so 2 sheets of each design. Okay, there's the leaves, and then the stripes. So I wanted to point that out. So you might even want to write that in there. Leaves, polka dots, stripes, diagonal stripes. Decorative borders, I think this is so pretty. There's no sentiments with it. It would be great for making just standard note cards to have on hand to send anytime you just want to, you know, write a letter or note to somebody. Also great, think about this, for weddings, for showers, sympathy, birthdays, thinking of you, cards of encouragement, just wanted to say hello. You can use it for anything. And of course, use any of our coloring tools or don't color at all. It's your choice. I think with this, my first choice for coloring would be our watercolor pencils with the blender pens. Okay, Taco Fiesta, Cinco de Mayo, right? Great for if you're having a Cinco de Mayo party. It's just fun if you like tacos or enjoy Taco Tuesday. A super fun set, lots of coloring, but just really, really fun. It is inspired by Erica Serwin, another $1 million sales achiever. Sweet Citrus Bundle. What I want to point out here is this is one of those hybrid embossing folders, meaning that you can mix and match some of the dies with the embossing folder so that you're cutting and embossing at the same time, okay? Of course, they're showing lemons. You can do any kind of citrus fruits. It's gonna be fabulous. I even look at this and see coconuts. Can anybody see that coconut there? Rain or shine. Ugh, rain or shine. And isn't that's like a typical way to describe spring in Central Ohio, where I live. Rain or shine. You never know what you're going to get. You might get both in the same day. But I love this. Some really cute characters to stamp and color. Note this one is actually done with the no-line watercoloring technique. I love that. Can you see there's no harsh, heavy lines there? That's because they stamped it in a very light color, probably like a light crumb cake or Sahara sand, maybe. Probably Sahara sand. That's lighter than crumb cake. And then just watercolor it in the spaces. So I love that technique. I'll have to show that this spring. The paper is fun. It's gorgeous. You will love it. I do feel like I should show that one. And of course, as soon as I set that, I don't. Okay. Well, I'm not going to show it to you. I only have one pack of that, and I was just showing it to somebody recently. It isn't one I pulled out because I intended to show it, but as I'm looking at it, I thought, you know, I really would like to show you. But anyways, another time, wait for a good example. But you can actually see many of the prints. I love this print especially in the DSP. Also, my favorite embossing folder, we have raindrops. I love that. Love that. I do want to show you these embellishments. They're super teeny tiny. They would work with a shaker card. Look how thin they are. Super, super thin. So they definitely would work in a shaker card, or just put a drop of glue or a mini glue dot down and press one of these on top to go with your cards, your tags, scrapbook pages, things like that. But I wanted to show you how they come. And I did want to show you, they are as small as maybe a sequins, small sequins, so they do make great shaker cards. The Easter Bunny, love this bundle for its matching punch. Okay, I love the way they colored the different bunnies here. The punch only cuts this one shape, but I also thought this would be another opportunity to do a matching game or a memory game for small children just by punching this rabbit in different color cardstocks. So I would just use the punch and I would cut it in all kinds of fun colors and create the matching game or memory game for kids. Okay, remember earlier I showed you the, I think it was called Fancy something. I'm sorry, I don't remember all the names, but I just don't. There's too many products. The Something Fancy stamp set with these wonderful sentiments and then dies that you can use to cut them out. Great overall sentiment set, but so is this one. So is this one. And with it, we also have a new banner punch. This is called the Happy Labels Pick a Punch. Happy Labels Pick a Punch. So again, you can cut strips 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, or 1 inch, just like our other two banner punches. But this on one end has a very small scallop, and then the other one has more of like a ticket end. So love that. If you are new to stamping or don't have lots of sentiments, I highly, highly suggest the Something Fancy bundle and this one, because then you get two great sentiment sets that have a wide range of sentiments to use. And then you also get one with dies and one with punches. Oh, Joyce, I'm just now seeing your comment. You're going to make a fun grandma, creating matching games and much. Oh, I hope so. I hope so. Joyce, you are the ultimate fun grandma. So I'm telling people I want to be just like my friend Joyce when I grow up to be a grandma. I can't wait. We're so excited. Okay. Excuse me. This next one is called Rejoice in Him. It's great to have a religious stamp set for those of us that celebrate Easter. One thing I want to point out here, while this is an Easter stamp set, it doesn't have to be used for just Easter. Look at this. You can use this anytime, even that dove you can. Weddings, wishing you peace and comfort, maybe even like sympathy. You can use just celebrate. You can cover up his love and use the word celebrate on any of your different cards. And that's why I put this piece of, or this sticky note here with nothing written on it. I could have wishing you joy and love. That might be a great card for a bridal shower or a wedding, just by covering up this Easter. So I love the sentiment. I love the whole stamp set for Easter, but don't rule it out thinking it's just for Easter, because, you know, you can even send a card just saying peace. At Christmas time, a lot of times, you know, I love the sentiment, peace on earth. That's a great way to use that, okay? All right, let me put that back there. The Dainty Delight Bundle. Woohoo! More DSP. I should say more DSP that we can get free with Celebration. So here's that wonderful bundle, but look at this Celebration paper. You're probably all oohing and eyeing at home as I show this. Look at this. It looks like watercolor painting. It even has the texture well, it doesn't have the texture of watercolor, but it's created in such a way that you get to see what the texture of the watercolor paper would look like. Look, this you can cut out parts of it and use for your cards that way. Isn't that pretty? So just fun, pretty, and like the title or the name says, dainty. But that's free with a $50 option during Celebration. So you can buy the bundle, $54.75. You can buy the bundle and automatically get the, choose the DSP for your free Celebration item. Okay, if you like humor on your cards, go with Occasionally Funny. Ginkgo Branch. I love this for creating Caring Thoughts cards. Caring Thoughts, I think of sympathy, thinking of you, hope, encouragement, cheer, things like that, when you want to lift somebody up, all right? So I do have a class designed for this coming up. So I'm excited about that. Enjoy the journey. If you're somebody or know somebody that likes going off on adventures, this is a fabulous set. Notice in the die set, the dies, there are some dies to cut out the trees and foliage, things like that. But then there's all these other dies that actually cut out, I'll say silhouettes, just shapes. So you can do lots of layering and have lots of fun with that. And super bright, fun colors here. I will point out these, they're called enamel sticker icons. They're about 3/4 inch. So what is that, about like that? Maybe about nickel size, not quite nickel size. I mentioned earlier that Stampin' Up! Likes to introduce different types of flowers. Here they've introduced a thistle, beautiful thistle, right? Weeds aren't always weeds. Sometimes they're you have to look for the beauty in the weeds, I'll say. So that's one. Watercolor World. This, and it's a distinctive stamp. So when you stamp it, ink it up, it's going to stamp with these darker and lighter shades in there and use it as a background. So I love it. I think it's fun. Alphabet a la mode dies. I love these. This is the actual size. They are not about 1.5 inches tall, a little bit taller than 1.5 inches, and not quite 1 inch wide. So they're very narrow and thin. If you want to use these alphabet dies, which I love having alphabet dies. Has anybody ever done the HB2U? Happy birthday to you. 3 letters and a number. This is a great set to do that with. I highly suggest if you purchase these, purchase the adhesive sheets to go with it. Put your cardstock or your DSP, whatever you're using, metallic foils, whatever kind of paper you're using, put that on your adhesive sheets first, and then die cut the letters and numbers. Here's a fun stamp set for mixing and matching, and it's got all different terms for family members. The decorative layers masks, I love this. I'm excited to show you a sample, not now, but in a future Facebook Live, of how to use these layering masks. I think you're really going to enjoy seeing those, and you can't beat the price for the creative variety in the layering and stuff. Also note that using these, they've got a little tip here, but if you like using the blending brushes, this is great for that. 2-step stamping in the brush bouquet bundle. You can see that right here, the different 2-step stamping, and it has a nice die set. Picturesque. You definitely want to note this little icon at the top, because it coordinates, this set, stamp set, coordinates with that Enjoy the Journey suite, that adventure suite that I just showed you. Oh, Lori, you're cracking me up. Yes, use this for my favorite son-in-law. You gotta love John. He is a lot of fun. Very family oriented, fits in really well with our family. He's a great guy. I'll have to tell him you said that, Lori. Actually, John and Andrea will be here for dinner tonight, so I'll share that with him. Okay, Framed Florets bundle. I've already shown this. This was one of our sneak peek products at the end of 2022, so you probably saw me make samples with that. Did a class with it too. Another $1 Million Sales Achiever set. This was out early as well. The Warm Welcome Bundle. Lots of fun with this door, and you can do, just look at this. It looks like a little cabinet. Isn't that cool? And they used the did we go past that one already? I don't think we did. The motor, oh, it's on the next page, the motorcycle. They used embellishments from that to make this like door handle hinge kind of thing. So super fun. Best day. Okay. I'm not one to criticize, but I have to say, I don't get the cat in the cupcake holder. Do any of you like get that? Is it fun to you? Whatever. Am I missing something? I guess maybe it's just silly and fun is the way people look at it, but I love the whole set, but that just kind of has thrown me off. The cat in the cupcake holder, but I guess it does look fun. But lots of fun. I love that you could swap out or insert the sparklers, maybe not do this part of that stamp, block that out, stamp the cake, and then put the sparklers on the cake. I think that would be fun. Other people saying, no, the cat's not for you either. Okay, I thought it was just me. And I know the cat lovers are going to hate me for saying that. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to offend anybody. But I did think, because I started thinking, well, what's my other options? What if I stamped this, you know, just like this part of it, covered up the cat, stamped the cupcake paper, but then used my cloud punch to like make the frosting on that. I'm always looking for ways, if something doesn't appeal to me, I'm always looking for a different way to use that. And that's my thought for that. Okay, I've got to point this out. The small blending brushes, let me pull this out. The small, going to try and do it carefully here, not knock things over. But here is the holder for the blending brushes. It's made of that same white hard plastic and as our other storage pieces. And then it does have some rubber feet on the bottom so it's not sliding around your work surface. And then it does hold, and I'm just knocking this out, it does hold both the large and the small blending brushes. And I want to hold up two of these so you can see the difference in size. So here's our latest ones. Oh, Joyce, I do like that idea. Stamp it and then cut off the cupcake paper part. Love that idea. Thank you, Joyce. And that sounds a little bit easier maybe than trying to cover up that part of the stamp. But I do like that idea. Okay. You could also pop it up on dimensionals. Okay. The blending brushes. Here is the size, our large size that we've had for quite some time. I believe they're 3 for $12 or $12.50, pack of 3. And then we have the new small ones. So it's easier to get into smaller areas of our stamping. And these are 3 for $11.50. The new storage unit is $14. So love those. My favorite tool, and we have a new storage item, so I had to put that in there. Okay, if you are into motorcycles, Harleys, long rides on the motorcycle, anything like that, you will love this. Or perhaps you know somebody who is. Yes, Kathy's. We have some non-cat lovers on here. You're absolutely right. Right? To each his own. To each his own. But I love that Stampin' Up has things that appeal to everybody. This isn't for me. This isn't for me. But the interesting thing is, a couple people, maybe Julie Heights, I don't know if she's on this morning or not, pointed out to me to use this for females. There are many females that ride. And Julie Heights said to me she would get this, if she were to get this, she would maybe use it with some pinks. I saw somebody else make a sample and stamped with purples. So some very different things, okay? Some very different ideas that way. Also, it's got all these little tools and things on here. Look, there's even flowers. I just now noticed that. There are like tire tracks, nuts and bolts, but it's got these tools. So it also might be nice for people who work in the garage, things like that. Okay, Kathy, your sister has 2 motorcycles And this would be a great suite to use for her birthday. Lori, good idea. Great wedding card for a biker couple. Oh, I can see it. I can see that. Also great for guy cards. Yes, you guys have awesome ideas. This, let me point these out because these are very different embellishments. Oops, I guess I used some of these on my black and white in the country card. So you've got 3 different shapes, this rectangle, the circle or dot, and then this little diamond shape in 2 colors, okay? You've got the black, and then you've got this, I'll call it brushed silver or brushed metal look. But I just think these are fun embellishments. So I don't have the suite, but I did buy the embellishments. Okay, on the ocean. Again, anybody who likes nautical things may be interested in this. I also thought something like this would be cute for a child's birthday party. Make invitations or favors with the pirate ship. I can picture some little people really enjoying that. And then we have Beside Me. We kind of look at this and at first glance thinks dads, fathers. You could do it with new dads, Father's Day cards, but also why not think about brothers, uncles, okay? Because any of those people can be represented, or father-like figures. Any of those people can be represented in these stamped images. Oh, and don't forget, here's one of those shopping things where they're pointing out something from the annual catalog, the natural tone Stampin' Blends. So you can customize the different skin colors on these. Oh, Lori, the ship set to go with the lighthouse set. Ah, I didn't think of that. Okay, enjoy the rhythm. Have any rock stars in your family or your friend circle? Any music buffs? They would enjoy this. Here's one of those simple, quick and easy cards, noted by that clock icon. Also, here they've noted the picture this dies from the annual catalog and how they use that on this card. Here's also an example of going from simple stamping to stepping it up with adding different layers, more elements, that sort of thing. We have the Capture the Moment, Memories and More card pack and coordinating envelopes and note cards. Always fun. You can use them to make cards. You can use them for pocket memory keeping. Here they've used, and I love that they have this little dog on here. But here they've used it to do like a little treat container for a dog or a puppy. And they made that container from one of these envelopes. Very interesting. Okay, on pages 74 and 75, Stampin' Up! Has pointed out the products from the previous mini that are carrying over. So even though they're pictured here, but there's not a special place for them in this catalog other than on the spread, but they give you the names of the products as well as the item number and the price. And you can find any of these in the online store, or if you still have your last mini, you can refer to them in there. So lots of favorites that are hanging around. I used this recently to show people how you could use it as a tag topper, cutting a 2-inch strip with just a fancy topper on one end for your tag. I think that was with the Love for You demonstration in a Facebook Live last week. I believe it was last week. Okay, 76, pages 76 to 83. They are simply showing you the bundles that they've already shown you with a little bit larger picture of the dies or the punch. Please note that when you are looking here for ideas, when you're going through your catalog, just looking for ideas, you're wanting to be inspired, note that the samples shown back here in this bundle section of the catalog are different than the samples shown in the other parts of the catalog. So for example, here, the Dainty Delight bundle from page, where is it? I know it's got the page number here. Doesn't it? I thought we always did. Am I missing it? I guess I'm maybe it's not. Okay. I thought we always denoted the page number here. But anyways, the Dainty Delight bundle, they're showing you a better picture of the dies. They've got this beautiful sample. Isn't it gorgeous? Just made from those dies. But let's go back to, I think it was beyond that. Let's go back to it here. There it is. And here are other samples from Dainty, for the Dainty Delight bundle. So it's got all these samples, but then go on back here and check out another sample. Where is the page? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yep, page 55. Thank you. I thought, am I going crazy? Just overlooked it. Okay, thank you. All right, so I love that. So don't forget, just because you see it here, don't forget there's another sample in the back of the catalog. And they do that for all of the bundles. Catalog at a glance, you can see all the stamp sets. They are organized alphabetically by name. Also, this is where I want to point out, let me give, what can I point with here? Right here, Fragrant Flowers, you see the C and the P. That means it's offered in both cling and photopolymer. And there's 5 of them. Around the Bend, Happy Labels, that's the one with all the sentiments and the label punch. Fragrant Flowers, Lighting the Way, and what was the other one? Silly Goose. So we have 5 stamp sets / bundles that have a offer you the choice of cling, which is the red rubber, or the photopolymer, which is the one clear that you can see through. The hybrid embossing folder for Sweet Citrus, and then they show you the dies, again, listed alphabetically, and where item number, price, and where to find them in the catalog. Margaret, difference between, let me grab 2. Okay, Margaret's asking, what's the difference between cling and photopolymer? So here is, let's do, oh, these are both photopolymer. Hold on. Okay, so here's cling. Cling is our red rubber stamps. And the reason they're called cling is you have these stickers, and I'll just show you really quick how to put the stickers on. So pull the red rubber stamp out, take off that backing, and then I'm going to pull up the coordinating sticker, the whole thing, not just the backing, the whole thing. This side is sticky. So this is the part that's going to cling to our clear block. I'm going to press that down. Now remove the backing. So the cling really refers to the cling stickers, okay? Cling is red rubber. And then you're just going to, I'm going to move it here so you can see it better. You're going to lay your stamp down, rubber side down, because you want the cling sticker to meet the foam. Just hover over that foam and press down, and then you can lift it right off. Place it back in your stamp case. So cling simply means it's got the cling, think of it this way, the cling sticker, okay? So that's what is meant by cling. Now, let me stick this back in. And then you got a quick lesson on how to put the labels on your stamps as well. That's the easiest, most accurate way to put the stamps on. Now the photopolymer comes like this. And photopolymer is just the material these are made from. So, and what I like to do is remove them from the acetate and put them right on the stamp case. But the cling, you're going to use the same way. Just tap it right down to your clear block, pull it off, and replace it after you are finished using it and have cleaned it. So that's the difference between cling and photopolymer. Great question. Bonnie, I'm happy to know you learned something new today. That's my job. That tells me I'm doing my job well. Okay, punches, I love them all. Honestly, I don't have a favorite punch because I love them all equally because they serve me different purposes. Okay, then you'll see all of the paper, including specialty items like the vellum, noted here. Again, item numbers, and maybe you know, oh, I want to remember to order the Country Gingham DSP. I don't have to look through the catalog for it. I can go right back here. I can pull up the item number and type that into my order. All right, and I know the price. We have 3 new embossing folders. I pointed out Raindrops is my favorite. Tools, we've got the 3s there. I've already pointed out my favorite ribbons. We've got 4 ribbons, a ribbon combo, and then a combo of twine. And we've got several embellishments, which I love them. Even, oh, I forgot the dragonflies. Those are cute too. But again, my favorite is the pearls, simply because they're so different than anything we've had. A little bit of a glimpse into what a Stampin' Up! Party is like. You can host one with me live, and I will travel within a few hours of my home to do an in-person Stampin' Up! Party or private class. But I can also do them virtually, which are lots of fun. You don't even have to clean your house. You can wear your PJs if you want. You don't have to serve food. So some people like to choose the virtual option, but either way, we can make that happen. Host rewards. Anytime you have a purchase that reaches $150 or more in product, that's before shipping and tax, you get some Stampin' rewards, and it's based on percentages. And you can also get these Stampin' rewards by hosting a party in person or virtual. And when the total party sales reach the various amounts, then you earn Stampin' rewards and even the option for a half price item. Only people who reach the point of Stampin' rewards can purchase the At the Pond stamp set or the Flowers and More Designer Series paper. These are for hosts or people who reach that 150 and above. And then you can use the Stampin' rewards you earn to purchase these. And they're really giving you great value. You can see the stamp set is a $24 value. For $14, you'd spend $14 of your Stampin' rewards. Here you could spend $18 of your Stampin' rewards and get a DSP pack valued at $30. It's got 48 12 by 12 sheets in it. Awesome. Okay. Woo. Let's take a quick look at the Sale-A-Bration brochure. You can note the different icons here. The most important ones here are the $50 and $100 icons. Let me pull this a little bit closer since this publication is so much smaller. So you definitely want to note the $50 and $100 icons, because based on your order, that determines your choices. If you're spending $100, you have more choices. You can get one $100 item free, or you can get two $50 items free. So owls, cute, used that recently. Thanks a bunch, I love for Easter and spring. I think you can do some fun things with this and the, what was it, Happy Bunny bundle and that bunny punch. Here is the DSP. Note that it tells you right in here that it coordinates with an annual catalog well, MC means mini catalog. If it had an AC, it would be annual catalog, the big yearly catalog. This is MC, so it's got a coordinating bundle on page 55 of the mini catalog. I like that it tells you that right in here, so we don't miss it. Same thing here with the paper, tells you the coordinating bundle and where you can find it. Sending support, a great stamp set for, again, what I like to call caring thoughts. The Favored Flowers DSP, I've used that, I believe last week, maybe the week before. I don't know, everything runs together lately as far as time, especially with the holidays. But it does coordinate with the Fragrant Flowers bundle, which you can get in both the cling red rubber stamps or the clear photopolymer, okay? In the Country, that's the stamp set I used last night, and we combined this stamp set with two coloring techniques using watercolor pencils, soft pastels, and blender pens. This is a great stamp set, Beautifully Happy. It is with a $100 purchase, okay? And remember, if you reach $100 and you don't want the $100 choices, you can get two of the $50 choices, all right? Here is the other, another selection for a $100 purchase. This is fabulous. It's a 12 by 12 pack of DSP. There's 48 sheets. There's 12 different ones. And remember, they're printed differently on both sides. I love that Stampin' Up! Does that. And then you're going to get 4 sheets of each of those. So bright, spring, summery, fun, cheerful colors. So that's a huge value to be able to get that free. Here's a little tip icon, note that. If you host, which, and is there, I want to say there's an amount here. Okay, I thought it said it's typically with a $300 order, but I'm not seeing that here, so I'm going to have to look that information up. Or maybe some of my demonstrator friends watching can note that. But usually this is if you host a Stampin' Up! Party, or if your own sales are at $300 or more, you can get the host stamp set. And I think I would probably use this, oops, you can't see it. I would use this stamp set in the same way that I use the In the Country stamp set with watercolor pencils and blender pens, things like that. But I think it's really, really pretty, and they've got some beautiful card samples there. Okay, the most important part of the Sale-A-Bration brochure, in my opinion, is the joining offer. This is something, Stampin' Up! Always has a joining offer with Sale-A-Bration. However, this is the first time I have seen this kind of joining offer. They are giving you 3 options to join. And I will tell you, even when there's not a joining promotion, the starter kit is truly 100% the best value for your money. Because on a normal day, you would get to choose $125 of product, and you would pay just $99 plus tax, and it all ships free. So huge value right there. You'd be saving, I don't know, $38 or so between the amount of product you're getting and free shipping. However, they sweeten the deal during Sale-A-Bration. So you are not going to beat this deal. And they have 3 options this time. The first 2 options, and do I have a highlighter here? I think I do. The first 2 options cost $129 plus tax. Starter kits always ship free, okay? Starter kits ship free. So for option 1, you can get this super cute, exclusive mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Now I have to raise this back up. Super cute. It's just like our white mini, only it's this pretty boho blue color. It comes with the all the plates you need. It's fabulous. Okay. Kathy, thank you for clarifying that for me. Okay. I don't know why it's not printed in the brochure. So for the host stamp set, it does need to be a $300 order or $300 sales, party sales. Okay. Thank you, Kathy, for clarifying that. I appreciate you. So you can pay $129 plus tax, and you're going to get your choice of $175 of product, plus either the boho blue mini machine or the white, traditional white mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Or if you don't want a mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, you can do the usual price of $99, but instead of $125 of product you're choosing, you're going to get an extra amount, and you're going to be able to choose $175 of product for $99 plus tax. Okay. Think about it this way. $99 from $175, you're getting $76 of product more than you would if you would just buy $99 of product. You're also going to save on shipping because starter kits always ship free. Shipping on $17.50 would be about $19, maybe $18 to $20 on shipping for $175 of product. So you've got your $76 savings based on the amount of product between $99 and $175. That's an extra $76 of savings. Then you're going to have, we'll just call it 20, we'll round up, $20 of savings on the shipping. So that is now $96 we're saving, and we're paying $99. Almost half price for everything you would get in that. Okay. And also here, you're going to get the same things, $175 of product. But if you're choosing a mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, you're going to pay an extra $30, which is less than half price of the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So even more savings. And let me tell you, I'm going to move this for just a moment. We're going to talk just a wee bit longer. Not much, because I have to be online for a Zoom meeting at noon. for my new blog. I'm so excited. I'm going to get a first look at my new blog at noon. But anyways, so really, please consider the joining value, because I know many of you will spend that much anyways. And I don't want you to not choose the starter kit, because you will, what do I want to say? Because you're worried about, do I have to sell? Do I have to do what Mary does? Do I have to do Facebook Lives? Do I have to do classes? Do I have to do parties? No, you don't have to do any of that if you don't want to. So that joining, that starter kit, completely 100% customizable. You choose what you want in that starter kit. And you can just be a happy shopper who enjoys the discount. I have many, many, many people on my team. The majority of people on my team, the majority of Stampin' Up! Demonstrators around the world are what we call hobby stampers or hobby demonstrators. They just want to keep stamping and want to get a discount on all of their products. I will never force you to do something you don't want to do. I always offer the same options to all of my team members. If you want to participate on our private Facebook group and do the challenges, you can do them. If you don't want to, you're not going to get any pressure from me. If you want to start doing classes, I will help you and guide you. But if you don't want to, no problem. I'm not upset by that. So please consider becoming one of my wonderful team members. We're called the Merry Stampers, M-E-R-R-Y. We have a lovely group of people. Gwen, right there, she says, that's why I joined. I just wanted a discount. I am a hobby demo and you love it. Perfect. I love hearing that, Gwen. Love hearing that. Which many people do. So please consider that. I would love to have you be a part of my team. Anybody who joins my team, we have a private Facebook group. I post challenges twice a month. You have the option to win a Stampin' Up! Prize from me, or the opportunity, I should say. And I also give my team members my class to go tutorials free. I post them right to our our Merry Stampers Facebook group, so you can get immediate access to those. So that's just another little perk of joining my team, and that's not to mention all of the perks of that we get from Stampin' Up. Something to note is, as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you get all the same benefits that our customers do. So when I talked about Stampin' Rewards, a half price item, you get all of that as well. And the full retail amount of your products is what counts towards those rewards. And then they take off the discount later. So say, for example, if you have a $100 order, you're going to get credit for, or let's say 150, because that's where Stampin' Rewards start. You're still going to get the Stampin' Rewards that come with $150 of product. That's $15. In addition to that, you're going to get your discount. They're going to take off your 20%, or if you work your way up, you can reach 25%. They're going to take that off of that 150. So you get the value of the 150 in terms of Stampin' Rewards, in terms of your overall sales, your quarterly minimums, but they're going to back out that discount when you pay. Also, anytime there is a sale on Stampin' Up! Products, or anytime you want to purchase something from the clearance rack, those items that are on sale, you still get your discount on top of the sale prices. So it's a win-win. So please consider joining my team. I would love to have you. I welcome everybody. And I will help you make the most of being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, whether you just want to enjoy a discount, or if you want to do more. And if you need to talk to me about that, I'm happy to just message me, email me. and we can get on the phone and chat. I can answer questions for you. But I hope you will consider that, because it truly is the best value we have, and it's not going to get any better than that. All right, everybody, have a great day. Thanks for doing the catalog walkthroughs with me, and if you have any questions, just let me know. I will see you tomorrow for my regular Facebook Live at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Take care.